Abusia Okatakyie to the whole we are saying Okatakyie Afrifa. I will host it for the records show. I will social media. No, abusia said the enemy in saying you are the better social media say Okotwa no woman so US. Now abusia say when you are US. Now what one the woman so no. One say enche ye bian so be some days do not Trump. And say no choose said you were there and same di about Nigeria for our say ya would be and cause Nigeria na de and abusia say eye Okatakyie Afrifa ewo US na wo sua de na kire say omu nyina eboa ama omo build Africa no yenkonkwohwe de efa ne ho ani Donald Trump ni statement ye o make ye and said Okatakyie esi trend ewo US about such statement ni de wono so waka about it in Tebusian ama unia air trend ewo US
livelier revival music. That's what I'm going to request. Hannah, can we have revival music? Don't put these. I want you to share with us what has to be done from a protecting these places of worship internationally and in your continent.
Right. Thank you, Mrs. First of all, I think we must acknowledge the courage that our brothers have shown in the face of these crimes being perpetrated against them for the faith they believe in. I think we must give it up for our brothers. Let's put our hands together for them. Mercedes, with that said, I just want to draw our minds to the point that all throughout human history, anytime the church has been under attack, it is the church that defends itself. So Christendom should not be positioned to be some sort of a weak link for the other people to be emboldened that they have some monopoly over violence and they will continue to persecute the Christian faith. But with that said, I believe that governments, especially on the African continent, have a social contract with the people, a constitutional mandate to protect the people. So nobody should be left untouched if they perpetrate this crime against people who believe in their faith. So first of all, I call on the African continent, the government of the African continent, the African Union, because in the African Charter for Human and People's Rights, it is enshrined the freedom of worship. So why are they not doing anything? If they will not do anything, I believe America has always been the big brother who is always championing. America must impress on these governments, and international bodies must equally impress on these governments to do the right thing to protect the Christian faith. Other than that, the Christian faith must defend itself at all means possible.
Well, it actually brings up a great point, which is accountability, Christy. So walk me through in terms of these areas where you have these authoritarian governments, you have the Islamic militants. It's all about money too, because they're trying to get these rare minerals in Africa at the cost of the lives. I've seen these videos over and over again of these innocent men, women, and children where they are beheaded. They have to give up their Christian name. If you don't give up your Christian name, you are slaughtered. To what point is that fixable? Is that possible to get to a point that we're being able to protect Christians in these areas, but also, knowing that that we're not alone in this fight? Because I almost feel like Americans they're not aware of this issue that's happening.
Right. So you made a point to the effect that authoritarian leadership and jihadists and all these people perpetrating crime. What we've not averted our minds to is that the persecution of the church is equally an existential threat to even democracy. Because wherever the church has been weakened, democracy does not thrive.
Right.
So I believe that all government that believes in democracy must come to the defense of the Christian faith. Now, with that said, it leaves us, the Christians, with only one thing. There's a hymn when I was sitting down, it kept ringing, onwards, Christian soldiers marching us to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. I don't want Christians to start. I like what he said, that we must be vigilant, but we must not be afraid. I think it is time that all Christians across the world must rise up and speak against this criminal dastard act being perpetrated by these criminals and cowards who believe that their existence is the extension of the Christian faith. I think we must go back to our militancy of Christendom. Then they will know that they don't have monopoly over violence. I believe so.
I think, Christy, I want to get your final thoughts here in terms.
Abusia na chese utie die ekoso ni nyina Okatakyie awoko US encheye na chese abusia unua wo host programs answer questions ama chese say you see answer the question no echire mu no we no wa maye no ena we no so no enya aboa kwase na wagimi na wanimu bawi we aya adwenkyere what has here so be ye day chire na adwen se na ni aye day abie na meseramu yanto aso ewo ne nsem ne so ewo ni say
it currently ukopie mu wo America dia after you Donald Trump nipa born we say ye no na so Okatakyie Afrifa mensa enso the same bi akotudwa anu oden emrofo ni say na hwan ye hwan na okasa ye ewo ye Kennedy Center ko ni nsem odi tudwa ne mu oduro sa hwan no omunim sa aguna nyame tiase na de the buy I'm sure say momudu do no amobekai so kopie mu wo Africa some places be say Sudan any Nigeria there. There's a say kofukuo bi atwo mu ti a ye de hu details dey be later that specific story no ba me bie su kakra achem wo mu kunkum Kristofo emu ahreho yetimi chi abusua baako ye twemu free dem na ya sane to agum so de akum ni mo boni amo ye nyina ne se mu ye Kristofo Sudan for there be 1 week ago there and a shot say boboba say international recognitions hu omo nsem ekoso ho say ahreho na Nigeria de omasu egu American force SARS Palestine is ansem ni ade de Donald Trump boa wo mo Kristofo ye kun Nigeria yetimi kokuro ba akum yes high Christian community ni ekum ni pe ho nyina Donald Trump de na wo kafa ho of we say yesterday finally Donald Trump e de nsem bi betu gba wo che mu se wo hunu de ekoso Nigeria ensem no ekoso no ahreho ye pa that recognition ni keka ode ma Nigeria no says American near terrorist school. Mabora Nigeria kronim omu kunkum Kristofo. Yeah. This particular statement, Donald Trump Edward 2 day. Every announced a lot of summit. Etmiko PMU ewo America. And as all American TV stations now, most of them one more can 177 Donald Trump at the abetuja. Kwokese ba kwa ono so American. From CPAC. And now Donald Trump on some of the 2 day. Normal pay etitire edim before. Ebuse won so adwen kire. Efa nsema Donald Trump edibetu dwa eni de ekoso ewo wiasima faana bi te se Nigeria ne Sudan ye de ne ye fa ho ebetimi abo mo pe hu nimbie omo kofro Okatakyie Afrifa ma de kopie mu ewo America ma mu no mu busa na ze Okatakyie Afrifa de ekoso ewo Nigeria odwe ho nse de ekoso Sudan ye kunkum Kristofo odwe ho nse de mo rem ye nkoti nsema Okatakyie Afrifa mensa editu dwa
abusia na chese ensem na yekoye de yekotie ya Okatakyie so ejini din awo obi eman so na wonim after sa edin ya woji no abetwele say let's give time some time and such the neighbor kwa Afrifa will be what he will be aguna nyame tiase service to God and humanity ya ba kwa kasa tenten ni bebere na chese o hwele kasa ne soko kan ye ne dia enya dwon kasa o chese eja ensheda anya bad ena we know wa meye ena enso because baby antokwa ho aburuchirefo ne kuro mo be pataye di amayi o mo akasa kwasa o mo kunkum mo say US fu ya mo be pataye di enche yi dia so mo ko strike bi no enti abuzian we ayede ayeden etwegu efa Okatakyie ho ne se de wosi chinidin ewo United States subscribe na mi fa wo ensi ahasi ye